Oh, gamers. We're back. Let's try her first, even though we're polling for her anyway. Okay. Oh, they got the double.
Let's light it up.
The double pyro. Oh, damn, that was a lot of damage.
This one's got your name on it. Hey there.
Oh my god.
Attack! That's the way. Eat this.
Oh my god.
Everybody stand back. It's nothing. This one's got your name on it.
Sheesh.
Attack! That's the way. Feeling lucky? Watch out!
Okay, she seems pretty decent. Of course, this was their signature. Probably really good artifacts, but still. But still. Alright, let's get our compensation as well. Compensation moment. Bro, why can't we have his skin though? At least we get his statue, I guess. New cards. Sheesh. This is probably all we got for new content right now, huh? I guess there's the new domains too, question mark? Anyway. So we're at 50 pity. We're at 50 pity. So, yeah. Hopefully we win 50-50. That's all I gotta say. Hopefully we win 50-50. Oh, I thought we were already there. I thought that was turning gold for a second. I don't like this character. But hey, at least it's not a complete waste. And he's off banner, which is really, really strange, but you know. So that's 60, so this is 70. Oh, okay. We're not, it looks like we're not getting early. Another Sucrose, yippee. And Dragon's Bane, we take those, I suppose. Okay. I think this is it. If it's not, then that's kind of sad. Okay. Win 50-50, please. Please win 50-50. Please. Pain. 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 Oh well. Well, we didn't win. But, you know, it is what it is. Did I ever get my December reset? Yeah, I did. Okay. To make sure. Oh, we have enough. It just didn't really want to have to go this far, you know? Alright, there's 10. Well, actually, I don't... Well, no, it would be 11, I think. Actually. We got a Candace constellation, though. We take those. I think it's 11. 21. Brain Slasher, lol. 31. Bruh. Bruh. Maybe I should do some cleaning, you know? Maybe. Possibly. God, I hate my life sometimes. Okay, that should be fun. $41. This is painful. Okay. 51. Early. We take those. Hey, another Candace. Well, it's less than 51 probably, unless it's directly on the thing. Alright, there she is. There she is. Oh! Game felt bad! Oh my god! I don't think her C1's very good though. Thank you, Maria. I don't think her C1's very good, but I'll take it. Damn, what's up with all the double 5 stars? Like, my friends have getting double 5 stars lately. I got a double 5 star with Nouvelet, except it was one on banner, and the other one was Diluc, I think. I did not expect to get C1 there. That was, by the way, that was a 1 pity. Oh my god, I can't believe I got her C1. What does it do? Each stack of crystal shrapnel consumed when Navia uses ceremonial crystal shot will restore 3 energy to her and decrease the cooldown of As the Sunlit Sky Singing Salutes by 1 second. Up to 9 energy can be gained this way, and the cooldown of As the Sunlit Sky Singing Salute can be decreased by up to 3 seconds. I don't really know what that entails. Does it just mean that she has better cooldowns on this and better energy? I don't know if she has energy problems. I think I have most of the materials she needs, fortunately. Oh yes, I forgot about this. Oh, that's so much better. Oh, that's so fast. Oh, I don't have her ascension material. Well then. I guess I gotta go do that. Oops. Oh my god. Oh, my crystal fly trap's done. Don't mind me. Looks like my whatchamacallit also. I don't. Oops, that is not what I meant to do. Did I just waste those materials? I don't know. Wait. Did I not put materials in this? Or did I just put the crystals? I'm so confused. What did I do? What did I do? Did I put the crystals in here? I don't actually know what I did. I don't know what I did, damn it. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Anyway, let's go beat up the thing. I don't know why, but I guess I didn't get her materials. For some reason, I guess I just didn't think about it. I got all of the world materials, I think, but I don't think I got the, well, obviously, I didn't get the boss materials. Oh, well. I actually don't know if I fought the other version. I think I've only fought the one for Lynette. Well, oopsie. That's okay, though. I forget. Do I have to fight Dirge? I'm confusing myself now. Nemesis? Watch me choose the wrong one. Watch me choose the wrong one. It'll be my fault.
Shower me with praise. Time to shine.
Clouds high. The birds.
Smile. Breaking through.
The tides beckon.
Okay, now I fought their own. We're good. We're good. Sometimes I really wish these guys didn't have a respawn, or maybe they don't. Huh? They do. I think now you can see it on the map now, though, right? Nice. That's a great change. That is a great change. Okay, well, as much as I want to play around with Navia, looks like we're not going to be able to right now. Unless I go to someone's world, lol. What's the Adventurer's Handbook? Oh, because new domains. Go get that real quick. So I think this is also her best in slot domain. What the heck? Hold on.
Another green wind strike.
Say teeth.
Bow your head.
Winter, shall you eventually come?
Nope. Winter shall eventually what? Oh yeah, we also got the... Let me see what constellation is that now. 4? Not bad, not bad. Love to get her here, though. And then... Didn't even activate hers. Tainari, we also got C1 now. Oh, that's actually not bad, I would say. And we got Mika. Blech. Blech. I like how, like, one update, these domains are just not there, and then the next update they are. Makes you wonder if that's where they were planned to be all along. If they're just like, oh, that looks like a good place. Let's put out a little mound of land for them. I don't want to say it. This is our best in slot, I think. Yeah. Yeah.
Once, there was a glory.
Yeah, yeah. Whatever you say, Venti. Whatever you say. See, they make it so the weekly ones are retroactive now, but they don't make it so that these ones are, which I don't get. But whatever. I don't care. This thing respawned yet? 20 seconds. We'll go do that and then we'll start our story quest, I suppose.
Yep.
Wouldn't it be nice if there just wasn't a cooldown though? Just farm them all out right now.
Shower me with praise. Let the world collide.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my...
Be sanctified.
Change! Oh, we got 3. Let's go. Let's go. Where the Navia at? There she is. Ugh. God damn it. We got some permapoles. Time to get nothing. Bro, I'm so broke on primos. It's getting kind of scary. What am I gonna give her? I might end up having to give her the fish. Or I think there's also a craftable weapon that's good for her. I'm not pulling for her signature. As cool as it looks. Could also always go this route. I hate this thing though. I hate how conditional it is on not taking any damage. I know that the event weapon's supposed to be good on her too, so maybe I'll just wait for the event weapon. Okay, anyway. J, story quest, Navia, unlock, claim. Alright, here we go.
Well, if it isn't my dear partners.
What's up, Navia?
Navia! I didn't expect to run into you guys here today. Are you headed somewhere?
No plans in particular.
How about you, Navia? Are you still busy rebuilding Poisson? We
Poisson?
wrapped up most of the rebuilding, but there are still a few things left to take care of. Stocking up on materials, confirming construction timelines, discussing compensation terms with families affected by the disaster. Between all of that, I've been making a lot of trips between the court and Poisson.
Should you really be the ones offering compensation?
Well, though the victims have received relief payments from the court, in my opinion, as the administrators of Poisson, Spina di Rosula should take some responsibility as well. Our financial situation right now isn't the best, so all we've been doing is signing agreements for the damages to be repaid at a later date. Though just pieces of paper now, they demonstrate our commitment. They're necessary to restore the people's faith in us.
Oh, Spoken like a true president. You are a really responsible leader. That must be taking up most of your time, though, right?
Oh, you bet. Between that and all the other errands I have to run at the court, I'm always forgetting one thing or another. So before I came over this time, I took a page from Melusa's book and decided to make a list of everything.
Malus.
This way,
Sag.
it's easy to see which tasks you haven't checked off.
And then?
And then, since Malus loved using shorthand, I decided to also follow his example and come up with some shorthand of my own.
Oh yeah?
But after running a few errands in the city, I'm kind of struggling to even read my own handwriting anymore.
That does sound like you, all right. So what kind of shorthand did you use?
Oh, wanna take a look?
Oh
Let
no.
Paimon see. Wait. There's nothing here but a bunch of weird symbols.
Reading a doctor's
This looks
prescription be like,
a piece of kelp wrapped around a stick. And this other one, is it supposed to be a boar in a box?
a boar in a box.
The first one has to do with confirming the final payment amount for the fishermen, while the second one is a reminder to try the new burger that just hit the market.
Okay, Paimon can definitely see how you might forget what each of these mean.
Maybe just write out each item next time.
Thank you for your advice. These are the kinds of things you only really figure out once you've tried them out yourself. I thought that as long as I understood my shorthand when I came up with it, I'd be sure to remember the symbols when I looked at them later. Unfortunately, I've definitely proven myself wrong.
Well, now you know for next time.
Anyway, I should have already taken care of most of the things on the list. There are still a few symbols that I can't decipher, but I don't think they're anything too super important. Worst comes to worst, I'll just make another trip.
Ah, so you're going to head back now?
Yep, that's the plan. Oh, actually, since we talked about the reconstruction earlier, wanna come with me and check out the town for yourself? You said you don't have any plans, right? So we can just catch a boat and head over. It won't take long at all.
Okay.
It's a bit sudden, but Paimon doesn't see why not. What do you think, Traveler?
I'd be interested in taking a look. It would be a pretty nice break, too.
Then let's go. We'll take a boat over.
Oh, you mean the Aquabus, right? Like the Clementine line?
Oh, sorry. I meant our own boat. The Aquabus doesn't have a station near Poisson, so we'll use one of the Spina's boats.
Sure, sounds good to me.
All right, follow me. I'll take you there. The engineer is still doing a few routine safety checks. We can head out as soon as we get the green light.
So, Paimon has always wanted to ask. The 3 Aquabus lines are all named after people in your family, right?
Yeah, that's right. Callus and Navia are self-explanatory, while Clementine was the name that my mother went by.
Unity Rizula was one of the main sponsors for the construction, right?
If you provided the Mora to build the lines, then why isn't there even a dedicated line to Poisson?
That's kind of true, actually.
Spina di Rosula built all the lines, yet you still have to take a special boat just to go home. Paimon doesn't get it.
Well, what I heard is that most of our businesses don't actually use Poisson as a hub, so there was no real reason to build a line straight to Poisson. You are right that it is a bit strange, though. If you've already committed to build 3 lines, why not just add a 4th?
Well, it would be expensive.
Yeah, that's what Paimon's saying. The Aquabus is so convenient, it's really a huge shame.
Well, it is what it is.
It
You know
is
my
what
father
it
was
is.
like, even I often struggled to figure out what was going on in his head.
Well, something that big also wouldn't have been just his call.
But that would only be the case if he cared about what others thought. My father was always really stubborn. Once he made up his mind, good luck getting him to change it. From what I've heard, the rights of all the other members of the Spina only went as far as giving him advice or suggestions, and no farther. That included my mother, too.
Huh. Well, that explains why you weren't on the greatest of terms with him.
Yeah, because I wouldn't just let him keep getting his way. He was just... not very agreeable.
Boss, the boat's ready. We can head out.
All right, then let's head out.
Let us go. Oh my god, it's actually moving. For some reason, I didn't expect it
It'll be a
to.
while before we get to Poisson. Let's keep talking.
Navia, what was your mother like as a person? Oh, I'm sorry. She totally forgot that you mentioned before that she passed away during childhood.
Damn,
so you probably
Paimon,
don't remember
insensitive.
her at all.
That's all right.
Typical
I've heard
Paimon.
many stories about her from the rest of the Spina. They've always said that they were sure we would have gotten along famously.
Oh
While my
yeah?
papa was stiff like a board, my mother was supposedly
Yeah?
super cheerful and funny. Their complementary personalities allowed them to make up for each other's flaws.
That's cute.
My father would run the businesses and expand our reach, while my mother would keep the peace and make sure that everyone was happy.
That's wholesome.
Their work made sure that the Spina could grow and thrive.
Sounds like they were not just a well-matched couple, but fantastic business partners as well.
Yeah, but those are just stories and anecdotes after all. It's hard for me to piece together a more complete or intimate picture of her. But sometimes, I'd still look at the Clementine line and wonder, would the Spina and Poisson still be what they are today had my mother survived? Silver once said that a name is a kind of inscription, a way to etch a memory into the world. When given a name, a cold, inanimate object can gain a completely new meaning.
That's true.
So, I will always associate the line with her in my heart. Over the past few weeks, I've also begun to appreciate how water can take in and hold our most intense feelings and memories, as well as how one may reflect on their past by watching the sea. I've lost many beloved people and memories to the sea. Even though I cannot stop for them and must continue to keep moving, the fact won't change that they existed in my life and gave me the reason and motivation to move forward.
You miss them? Missing Malus and Silver?
Of course, I still haven't
so
really gotten
sad.
used to a life without them. But
The
I tell
goats.
myself that I need
I
to
see a
keep
Sealy
looking
thing over there.
towards the future. Everyone, even my parents, have already overcome so many obstacles. Besides, I'm the president of Spina di Rosula. I've got to keep my chin up. We've reached the shore. Let's go. I'll show you the new Poisson.
New Poisson. They actually change it? Hey, they look
Navia,
depressed.
Do you think she's doing all right?
I mean, probably not. Seems to be managing. She always been having to cope with one thing or another.
Okay. Paimon supposes you're right. She's really been through a lot. It couldn't have been easy shouldering so much by herself.
Doesn't really look like anything changed. It looks less beat up now. I'm not sure why it suggested taking that path. Because there's not really a real path here. That's why.
Boss, you're back! Traveler and Paimon, welcome back to Poisson.
Oh, hey! Fancy seeing you again, Florent. Is it your turn to
Florent?
take care of Navia now?
Hey,
French moment.
I can totally take care of myself. For the time being, I'll go around without any attendance. We did hand over some of Malus's old responsibilities to Florent, though. It's been really nice to have him around to help out.
Thank you for the compliment, boss. As you see, I've been working closely with the boss on rebuilding Poisson. Mr. Malus was an extremely capable and respected member of the Spina. I've got some really big shoes to fill.
All right. There's no need to be so formal. Everyone's practically old friends by now. Were you waiting here for me? Did we manage to make any progress on the statue?
Yeah, we contacted a sculptor about the job, but they can't get started on sourcing a correctly sized block without knowing the design that we want to use first.
You're commissioning a statue?
So basically, we've been meaning to commission a statue of my parents in commemoration of everything they've done for the Spina
Where
and
would
the
you
town
put
of
it?
Poisson. But since my father was known as callously unfaithful for the longest time, it would have been too controversial to commission a statue of him. But now that his name has been cleared, and the town is also being rebuilt,
That's true.
I thought this would be the perfect chance to actually realize this dream.
The funds
That's
to
true.
build the statue were freely donated by the people of Poisson to show their appreciation for Miss Clementine and Mr. Callus and everything they did.
Didn't Navia be featured with them too?
Me? I'm just the newbie president that's running around and causing everyone trouble.
Yeah, but you've done a lot too. And you've coped a lot.
Maybe we can have this conversation again in a few decades, once I've done more for the town and the people.
Okay.
Hey, there's no need to be so humble.
Exactly.
Can't you just help save the entire country?
I agree wholeheartedly. I also believe that Boss should have a place on the statue.
Amen.
If you keep inflating my ego like this, I might just float off into the sky with my parasol.
You should. Mary Poppins, y'all.
Just kidding. There's no way that I'd accept that kind of compliment at face value. At a minimum, I'd have to match what my father did for the people.
Well, that's what you think.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. I just don't think I'm ready yet. Anyway, Florent, now it's up to us to confirm the final design, right?
We can ask the sculptor to start looking for a good block once we've decided on the poses for Miss Clementine and Mr. Callus. But we haven't had any real discussions yet on the possible designs. I feel like I should get a few promising designs first, and then send them over to you to review.
There's no need for all that. Let's decide on a design right now. Hey, you! Come over here with me.
Me? What are you doing?
Modeling a few poses, of course. Here, just pretend to be Callus, and I'll be Clementine. Didn't you say on the boat that Callus and Clementine sounded like great partners? Well, then there's no one better to fill this role than my most valuable partner.
Lol.
Florent, let's grab some reference shots.
You've got it, boss. I'll go get the camera.
Well, what do you think? Got any ideas?
Shouldn't you be running this show?
Well, I've actually discussed it a bit with Florent before, but I could never come up with any fresh or original ideas. It's probably because my idea of them is already kind of set in stone. So, I want to
Joke?
pick your brain for a bit and see if you can come up with some new and interesting ideas.
I'm all good here, boss. Feel free to start posing whenever.
Something imposing and looking out into the distance. A happy pose. Happy pose.
A happy pose? You mean something like
Oh, maybe not.
we were laughing together at a funny joke?
Maybe not.
Would all that be able to come through with just a picture?
Would we even be able to tell what they are supposed to be laughing about?
Yeah, and that'd probably be a massive pain to sculpt as well.
Alright, I'm posing.
Could one of you try striking a pose like you're talking while the other one laughs?
Okay.
That actually sounds pretty hard to pull off. Forget it, let's try something else.
Okay, let's try for something imposing.
Imposing, huh? Oh,
It's probably gonna be the
I
last
got it.
option, isn't it?
Let's try this.
Yeah!
Pose! It makes me recall Spina di Rosula's glorious golden age.
Riz!
But isn't Clementine's pose a bit too bold and heroic? Was she really that kind of person? If we were to stick with this pose, maybe people would wonder if she was actually the real boss behind the scenes.
Well, tabloids did indeed speculate as much back in the day, but the Spina pulled a few strings and made both the report and the journalist disappear.
Oh, Paimon was just kidding! Please
The
don't
best
be
blonde album.
What Florent meant was that we asked the journalist to choose a new alias. You're right, though, that this may not accurately represent the image of her in our hearts. Let's try to come up with something else.
Okay, then let's try looking out into the distance.
By that, do you mean as if we were standing on a boat and looking out at the sea? Sure, let's give that a try.
That looks funny.
You really remind Paimon of a captain and their first mate.
Look over there, my dear Clementine. As you can see, every tree on that island is dripping with mora fruit.
I love Paimon. Y'all can hate Paimon all you like. I love Paimon.
Composition. This pose makes Mr. Callus look too tall next to the lady.
Oh, I see what you mean. Then let's swap.
Well, Paimon is a fan. A statue like this would look fantastic on a boat.
Wait,
Oh, that's true.
but we can't do that. Very few people would see the statue if we were to put it on a boat. This statue is meant to be placed in the town.
Where are we putting it? Right
But
there on the
then,
grass over there?
Since we're putting it in the town, the whole point of the pose would be lost.
Oh, okay. We'll try to think of something else.
All right, another thing. Yeah! Come on!
We tried a bunch of different ideas, but none of them felt right. Paimon's all out of brain juice now, too.
Oh, don't worry. We still got a lot of reference shots out of the session, and each of them can be considered to be a souvenir in their own right. Let's just keep the ideas we tried as backups. Man, if I knew I was going to do a photo shoot with the Traveler, I would have prepared a lot of outfits and props ahead of time.
I would have liked to see that.
Oh, outfits! Ugh, that's the errand I forgot back in the city. Do either of you still remember that girl? The girl I went to see with you two. Her name is Adele.
Oh, Paimon remembers
At the hat
her.
shop?
She was the one that we met while investigating Mr. Callus's case, right?
I always believed that her father, Jaques, was a good person.
Yes,
I think I said that wrong, but
exactly
okay.
who I'm talking about. So, after the case, she was finally willing to talk to me, and she told me that she wanted to join the Spina too. I said that it's fine, but young children are not allowed to join the Spina. She will just have to wait a few years, and then we'll welcome her with open arms. Since she's still a child, though, she thought I was just trying to let her down gently. But how could I get her to believe that I meant what I said? In the end, I came up with an idea. I'd have a Spina uniform made and give it to her as a gift. But I got so busy and distracted in the city that I forgot to pick the uniform up.
Well,
So I did forget
well, get
something
it for you.
important after all.
Don't worry, boss. I can send someone to pick it up right away.
On the matter of the statue, we should still come up with a few more ideas for the design. I'll have to trouble you to source some for me.
We could have just done that from the start.
Hey, at least this way we got some cool pictures.
Yeah, you're right. They'll have some value as souvenirs at least.
Navia! Florent, guess who's back?
Coulter.
But aren't you supposed to...
Oh, well, if it isn't Coulter. Back already from the Fortress of Meripede?
That's right. I finally finished serving my time. Gotta say, turns out I was a lot tougher than I thought. After I got out, I immediately made a beeline back to Poisson. You could say that familiar, briny smell became a primal call, urging me to forget everything else and just come back home. You wouldn't believe how much I've missed Melissa's grilled fish. I dreamed about it every time I had to get a welfare meal down there underneath the sea.
It's good to have you back, Coulter. You look as well as ever.
And And this guy is?
Ah, let me introduce you. This is Coulter, another of Spina di Rosula's members. He was found guilty and sentenced to the Fortress of Meripede some time ago. But, looking at it now, it was probably another one of Marcel's plots while he worked at the Confrérie of Cabrières.
Wait, Mr. Marcel? What do you mean? He was involved in some sort of plot?
Have you not heard anything at all about the water from the primordial sea case?
Oh, he has been in Meripede this entire
I know that
time.
fontaine got flooded, but then the water levels miraculously receded. I thought that was all there was to it and didn't care to ask for any more details. Do you mean Mr. Marcel was somehow involved with all that?
Oh, looks like we'll have to explain everything from the top. That case, a lot of things have happened in Poisson since then. First things first, let me introduce you to these two. They're my most trusted partners, and they've been with me through thick and thin. Now you could call them Spina di Rosula's VIP helpers.
Oh, nice to meet you. I don't recall Navia ever generously complimenting anyone like that before, so you must be pretty amazing to get that from her.
Yeah, we are indeed pretty amazing.
Oh, so humble.
But we've been cool since before we even met her.
We just followed Navia's lead.
Humble again as always, I see. Even when I was totally sincere with my praise.
Nice. Spina di Rosula always seems to attract great people. Oh, that reminds me. Where are Malus and Silver? Aren't they always by your side?
No. Sag.
Coulter, a lot of things happened while you were gone. As you can see, even Poisson isn't quite the same as how it was before you left.
They lost their lives, keeping me safe during the flood.
What did you say? This isn't some kind of morbid welcome home prank, right? You're just scaring me on purpose because I don't know anything about what's happened.
Why would they do that, though? He's in denial.
I'm sorry, but it's the truth. They weren't the only people we lost, either. Many others, including Melissa, also lost their lives in the disaster.
Malus and Melissa, dead. They're just gone? Malus, I was planning to give him a surprise gift once I ran into him again in town. I can't believe it.
Hey, keep it together.
Let him mourn,
Malus and
Paimon.
Coulter were friends for many years, and even served on many missions together during the early days of the Spina. I can understand how he feels.
Let's sit down somewhere, so I can tell you everything that has happened while you were gone. Fair warning, there was a lot.
Okay.
Time to give him the rundown. Bum 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 ba-dum bum ba-dum. A lot of stuff went down.
All of this, it's unbelievable. I can't believe that those stories were real. It all really happened. Has the world gone mad?
Had I not personally experienced all those events, I would also have found them very difficult to accept.
I think you and I both feel the same way about the profound tragedy of Melusa's loss. And the sheer depravity of Marcel's actions.
I thought Mr. Marcel would always stand by the Spina. Everything he had, the Spina gave to him. It's unconscionable to have received all that, and yet still plot to kidnap and dissolve you for his insane research.
The good news is that the Confrérie of Cabrières is no more. Gone with them too is the entire synth manufacturing and distribution network.
Good.
We finally closed the curtain on that long struggle.
Are you sure? But if Marcel wanted to rebel against us, he probably sent word in secret to Romeu.
Rome who?
Rome who?
Not a name I've heard before either.
Florent should remember him. You see, there was once a major internal dispute regarding funding the construction of the Aquabus lines. Romeu was the leader of the faction that thought such a vast sum of mora would be better spent improving the town of Poisson. But Mr. Callis believed that an opportunity to collaborate with the Court of Fontaine and the Fontaine Research Institute was hard to come by, and would allow us to build many valuable relationships. Not only would the Aquabus be a good business investment, it would also boost our reputation among the general populace, eventually paying us massive dividends down the line. But the two couldn't come to an agreement. Romeu ended up taking a lot of people with him when he left Spino di Rosula altogether, and the split was on extremely bad terms.
Ugh.
Damn.
And with Papa's stubbornness, I can definitely imagine how it must have gone down.
And of course, when he was suffering the slings and arrows of outrageous injustice, those relationships that he spent a fortune to build didn't help in the least.
Yeah, you could say it was the price he paid for sticking to his beliefs.
That couldn't have been the first time a dispute like that happened, right?
Oh, that's a good point. If Callis was really as stubborn as you say, then wouldn't he have argued with the rank and file all the time?
Oh yeah, it eventually became a thing that just happened on every day that ended with Y.
So every day?
I mean, boss, you might not know this, but he wasn't always like that. He used to be a lot better with taking counsel. With him listening to our advice, and Ms. Clementine also frequently on our side, it was pretty smooth sailing for a good many years. But on the matter of the Aquabus, even Ms. Clementine completely stood by Mr. Callis' side.
Huh. I never knew. But from my perspective, Romeu's position had a lot going for it. Couldn't they have sat down and talked it out?
I think the Aquabus was just the straw that broke the camel's back. On that topic, they eventually came to a rather radical conclusion. They believed that Miss Clementine lost her ability to serve as an impartial mediator when she became pregnant with Callus's child.
So
That's kind of messed up.
thought she had betrayed them? But that doesn't make any sense. Before she was their mediator, my mother was also her own person, and a member of the Spina. She should have the right to take any side she wished.
Yeah, but to them, even taking a side was betrayal enough. They felt like their voices could no longer be heard once their sole mediator had gone over to the other side. Of course, Ms. Clementine then passed away, and Mr. Callis began to regard the completion of the Aquabus project as her final wish. With that, the last hope of reconciliation was gone.
So that's what happened.
From that point on, Romeu and his people cut ties with the Spina, and never gave us any kind of professional or personal courtesy ever again. Perhaps they've regarded us as enemies ever since they left. But even so, there is still no proof that they ever acted in concert with Marcel.
I've also heard that they aren't in a good financial position, so they've been lying low for a while. But as long as they exist, they'll continue to be a threat.
Time to snuff them out.
I think Coulter's got a point. Both Marcel and Romeu had my father in their sights for a very long time. Even though Marcel's faction has been dissolved, we still don't know anything about Romeu's whereabouts. If they're still trying to get revenge on us, with how distracted and vulnerable we are, now would be the best time.
Good thinking, boss. We should keep an eye on them at all times. I'll let my men know right away.
Thank you for that, Florent. And Coulter, thank you for telling me about this as well.
Don't worry, it's nothing. Do you have a moment right now? How about we go out for a walk? I've heard so many incredulous things today. I'm finding it a bit hard to calm down even now. I mean, to think that I'll just never see them again.
Saj.
In that case, why don't we go back to the court? I can pick up Adele's uniform while we're there as well. It'll save Laurent's guys a trip. Want to come with me again, you two? You don't mind, do you, Coulter?
Oh, of course. That's fine by me.
Then let's go! Paimon feels like a lot's hinging on this visit.
We want to see the future star of the Spina.
We really are the best of partners. Come on, let's go.
It's a kitty! We love the kitties.
Are we not taking the boat this time?
It's nice to walk from time to time, isn't it? Think of it as something like a hiking trip. Once we're there,
Pretty far
we can
walk.
stay a few days before we return.
Sounds good. I haven't walked this road in a long time.
We'll just walk on the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold that pose!
Silence!
Oh yeah, I got a tutorial as soon as I opened the... Oops, that is not what I wanted to do, but I got a tutorial. What is it? Local legend. The special mark is the main point of distinction between local legends and ordinary enemies. The combat power of local legends far surpasses that of ordinary enemies, so stay exceptionally vigilant when facing them. I fought a few of these guys, so they gave them a little symbol now. That's kind of cute. They actually really are tanky, though. I don't want to go. Can I cancel? Let me out! This is taking me the way I don't want to go. We're going back to Poisson. Mistakes were made. So pretty. I'm not talking about the scenery, I'm talking about Fortnite. Just kidding. I see a Sealy.
Well, we've walked far enough for now. Let's take a break. Since we're out for a walk, we shouldn't stress too much about the destination.
I've grown old, so I'm not as fit as before. It's a good thing that at least my work down in the fortress was quite the workout.
Well, Paimon thinks you're doing great. We didn't have to slow down for you at all.
Back in the days before the aquabus lines were built, we often had to hike north with our goods, then catch a boat to the court. Malus and I must have traveled this way hundreds of times. When we were tired, we would lay down for a while on the grass, and when we were hungry, we'd catch a fish or two. The Spina was still on the rise back then. Mr. Callis was generous, and everyone had the chance to strike it rich. So, of course, we all worked really hard. And now, in the blink of an eye, the aquabus lines have been built, and this road has fallen into disuse.
I don't really think that's a bad thing, though.
Oh, I know. I was just being a little nostalgic.
Then let's stay here a bit longer. Anyone want snacks?
Snacks?
Oh,
Yes.
There's another chance to try some of Navia's macarons. Paimon's been dreaming of them.
Yep, I figured you wouldn't say no to a few more. Oh, wait. Let me check if I have all the ingredients. Malus and Silver used to take care of tasks like this. Okay, the stove's looking good. And as for the ingredients, seems like we're all out of flour and sugar. The two most important ingredients of all.
Should I go get some?
Oh, would you? Oh, but it would be too much to ask you to go on a trip just for those.
We should contribute to making the macaron too. Don't worry, we cook out in the wild all the time, so she should have some stuff on hand.
Oh, that's great. Then I'll leave the ingredient
Do I have
gathering to
flour
you.
and sugar
As long as
processed?
we have some sweet flours and wheat, I can start the baking.
Then I'll go look for some boxes nearby for a makeshift table and chairs.
There's just gonna be some
Great.
boxes
Then
nearby.
I'll prep the stove. Let's get to work, everyone.
Oh, just wheat and sweet flour is all I need to give her.
How did it go? Did you find the ingredients?
Dang, I'm actually kind of low on the sweet flour.
You've all done your part. Just leave the rest to me.
Navia bakes a batch of macaron with her usual
These
gusto.
macarons look and taste magnificent! Your cooking is as good as ever, Navia.
Boss's baking skills have always been famous. Everyone in the Spina knows how exceptionally talented she is.
Oh, it's
The dog's
just a
doing.
hobby. There's no need to praise me for it like that.
Have you two seriously never considered joining us? You're so close to the boss, and she obviously trusts you with all her heart, so...
There are still some important things we must do. You really want to poach me from the Adventurers Guild, huh?
Was it that obvious? I just thought you would be a great fit, that's all.
You just happened to walk in on our little reunion. It's actually been quite a while since we last spent time together. Adventurers never stay in one place for long. The name of Spina di Rosula would just tie them down. Besides,
She understands
after
that.
everything we've been through together, I'm sure our hearts would remain intertwined even if we found ourselves on opposite sides of the world.
Navia's right.
Even if Paimon was far beyond the horizon, she'd still remember the delicious taste of Navia's macaron.
I
Hi,
understand.
bud.
And I am very
Macaron.
lucky indeed to have been graced with the chance to meet the two of you. I will endeavor to make the most of this short yet fortuitous encounter, and enjoy every moment we spend together.
We've got no wine with us, but let's still toast with water in celebration of this moment.
Sus. Huh? Thought I heard something just now. Just some small critter?
Cheers! Hey, what are you doing? Quick, join in on the toast!
May
Cheers!
your travels go smoothly. May the Spina continue to grow. And may our friendship last until the end of time.
There's a bush Wookie. There's a bush Wookie. What if I destroyed these bushes before? I wonder if they'd respawn them in. Dude, what? Bruh. No way. You've got to be kidding me. We got cock blocked by a side quest. Oh, that's new. That's new. That is a new symbol. I knew I should have worked on my side quests. God damn it. Oh, it's this one too. Oh no. Ah, traveler, it's nice to see you. How are you doing? You have bags under your eyes and it seems like you can barely speak. You should take a break. I can't rest. I stayed up all night last night writing drafts. Oh shit. If you have any official business you require my assistance with, please wait a moment. You can pull up a chair near Mr. R. Perhaps he even has coffee. I must get back to writing. No using to my dear colleagues is certainly not formal enough. Traveler, glad to see you've come back for another visit. Coffee? Now that you mention it, why were none of you surprised to see me here before? Yeah, Paimon wanted to ask too, but those guys were so loud, and Paimon didn't dare talk about anything else. And I thought I was going to be kicked out. Why? No need to worry. The guards let you in. Why would we take it upon ourselves to chase you out? This is also an example of clear delegation of authority and responsibility. Hello, traveler. I am Semaine. It is a pleasure to meet you. Hello? Semaine used to work in the courts as an assistant secretary. Due to some rather messy circumstances, he was transferred back to the Mason Genshin. Using his logical and precise deductions, we were able to find solutions to many previously intractable problems. Please, that's a bit much. I merely transferred over my previous work experience and used the value of certain things to infer the importance of matters related to them. Though, in practice, countless matters that cannot be precisely measured will crop up in the course of work. But in these cases, applying ours well-developed axioms of human interaction is of great assistance. And that means... what now? Put simply, we're dealing with work. Semaine is quite skilled in considering all sides and their state, and makes everyone feel like they're important. It's like balancing scales. And if the balancing act is simply impossible, then I can tip the scales with the weight of words. Can you help him? Yeah, it seems like he's about to pass out. This is the path that we all must walk, sooner or later. Should I help I don't even try these names, man. Should I help I write the document? He will not remember this lesson. His head and heart are filled with idealistic fantasies about what working in the Mason Genshin is. But fantasies are for the young, not for Genshiners. And I simply don't know how to write those documents. You're quite direct. Alright, so what business brings you here? Tell me, and I'll see if I can... I suddenly runs over in a panic. Alas, all is doom and ruined. Mr. R, do you have spare keycaps for the typewriter? As I was typing, I suddenly discovered that a keycap was missing. I have no idea where it could have... You already have a look nearby? Or maybe it just fell off onto the ground. Or maybe it's stuck in a book, or sandwiched between documents. Did you already check those possibilities? Or maybe it's in a pen holder, or your sleeve. Or your hair, or in a teacup. I've looked everywhere, even my pockets and my shoe buttons. I've searched all over and it's nowhere to be found. Very well, you should go ask Cornelia. If we do have spares for things like keycaps, then she's the one you need to file a request with. I should just go and buy one myself. It shouldn't take Estelle long to make a keycap. My dear I, do you really want to spend your own money? The typewriter and its keycaps are public property and the property of the Mason Genshin. Filing an application with Cornelia is the proper procedure. It really doesn't cost much at all. This is not a matter of how much, this is another matter of authority and responsibility. Repairing the public property of the Mason Genshin should be paid for by public accounts of the Mason Genshin. If you pay for this with your private funds and do not file a claim for reimbursement, then when expenses are audited at the end of the year, it will be unclear where the money came from. Fine, I'll go find Cornelia right now. Even buying something is such a pain? This is actually quite normal around here. Please, this way, let's go find Cornelia. Dude, I'm not... Can I continue the quest yet? I thought I could cancel this stuff. God damn it. I played myself. Hello, Mr. I. May I help you? Hello, Mr. I. May I help you? And hello to you, Miss Cornelia. Do we have any spare keycaps for the typewriter? Excuse me? My typewriter is missing a keycap, so I would like to apply for a replacement. If there isn't one in stock, it would also work if you could reimburse the purchase of a new one. Expensing a keycap? That shouldn't be a problem in principle. Sign your name here, please. Just write requesting reimbursement for replacement keycap due to typewriter malfunction and sign your name and office. Very well, I can get the keycap today, right? I really need to get back to work. Mr. I, have you ever applied for reimbursement for the purchase of public property before? Being reimbursed for work expenses is not at all like you imagine. You don't simply buy something and reimburse it. We need to compile all the reimbursement receipts and documents on a monthly basis, create summary reports, and then submit everything to Mason Cardinal for for approval at the end of the month. Dude, why did I have to accidentally start this side quest? This approval process is related to the approval and payment of salaries for the entire Mason Genshin. If the amount expensed is too late, then the Mason Cardinalise will need to submit to Monsieur Nouvelette himself for approval. Payments can only be officially sent after the review is complete and everything is signed. If he has any questions about a certain expense report, the staff member in question must submit a written report. We are just preparing to submit our first batch of reports, which we shall do sometime in the next few days. You mean if I'm unfortunate enough that I might require Monsieur Nouvelette himself to sign off on that keycap reimbursement? Such are the rules, Mr. I, and since the total expenses for this month are large indeed, he may very well be required to audit the reports. He's a cool streaming Tuesday guy. Hello, Willow. Monsieur Nouvelette, wait, isn't that your Chief Justice? But it's just a keycap, and we're making him sign for it? It doesn't feel right. Isn't there some other way? I think so too. After all, it's only a keycap, and we don't trouble him with it. That is true. There are other ways. Yes, you could go buy a keycap yourself first, then I can provide you an official acknowledgement of debt in the public accounts. After all the reimbursements have been processed and the payment process completed, the amount owed will be paid to you directly from the public purse. Excellent. Let's do that. After all, a keycap doesn't cost much. I can pay for it. Then please sign here, and you should still write requesting reimbursement for replacement keycap due to the typewriter malfunction. Are you going to purchase a replacement from Miss Estelle? Yes, indeed. Is anything wrong? Then I will take the IOU to Mr. R for him to sign, and then take it to Miss Estelle to verify the purchase amount. But you don't need to worry about that. Just hurry and buy your keycap. I'll take care of the rest. Thank you so much. You really are the best, Miss Cornelia. I'll go buy it right now. Come on, traveler. It's time to leave. Hey, gaming sir. Indeed, that's me. I'm gaming sir. Oh god. Wait, I should probably make sure that I can't continue Navia's quest now. No way. What is this quest blocking, bro? What is this quest blocking, on God? Thought we were going to the clothing store. Hi, what, was it? Wait, what? What is it? Or, what is it? You seem to be out of breath. Estelle, please, I need a keycap for a typewriter. You should have something here, right? Of course, but typewriters have so many different keys. Take a look and see which one you need a keycap for. I start to rummage around, searching for the keycap at lightning speed. This one. This is it. Here's the money. Thank you, Estelle. Last time you said you'd like to go boating with me. Oh, is there some kind of romantic thing between them? Hick W. I wonder. Maybe they're just amigos. But he apparently is too busy with work. Because the work here sucks because they have a terrible system. Oh, please. Please tell me this is the last step I need to be free. Great, now I can finally continue working. This proposal must be finished today. Thank you so much. When I have the time, I will certainly treat you to an excellent meal. Are you free tomorrow? Come find me here if you've got the time. Wait for me to finish work, and we can all go get a tasty meal. Finish your work first. You're right, I must work faster. Wait, what's the next sentence? I should have written everything down. Okay, maybe? Maybe? Dude, there's no shot. Oh, do we need I? Is that why? Is he part of this quest? God. Okay, anyway. Jesus Christ, man. What happened to be able to cancel like quests so that you could just do the thing? Was that only for the Archon quests? He's dead. Oh, what? Yes, I finished writing. It's me. Did you finish writing? Oh, it's you. I must have fallen asleep. Sorry. Mr. R and Mr. S, or Semaine, I think is how you say that. I don't know how to say that. Mr. Semaine stayed with me half the night. Their guidance, I finally managed to finish the proposal. But I was just too tired. I thought I'd just close my eyes for a bit. I never thought I'd sleep until now. I need to go find Mr. Thales first and have him stamp this proposal with the official seal of the Mason Genshin. And then take the proposal to Mr. Diffor for his stamp. And then we can begin officially printing it. And then we'll be done with this. Sounds simple enough. Yeah, in any case, I've heard that Mr. Thales has introduced a brand new type of machine for affixing stamps. They say that it's convenient and made with confidentiality in mind, and that they plan to use it throughout the entire Mason Genshin. Take a look. Mr. R even gave me a key. Every department must use this key to activate the stamping machine. Anyway, it all sounds pretty formal and official. Why don't you take another nap? It looks like you can barely walk straight. Anyway, it's just getting a document stamped, and there's that stamping machine to do it. There's no need to rush. No, we cannot afford any more delays. Let us go right away. Like you said, it's only a stamp. It shouldn't take too much time. Except it will. Tails, can I get my document stamped now? Yes, of course you can. Did you bring the key? And please, sign here too. I thought we wouldn't need to sign now that we got the machine. Well, about that. The machine must still be operated by someone, so you still have to sign in, don't you? It's a guarantee. But this machine is perfect for maintaining secrecy. Without a key, even I can't start it up. Put the documents there and make sure they are properly aligned, then insert the key into the keyhole. Is this that automatic stamping machine? It looks really ordinary. Like this, and just turn the key? Wait a second, just hold that pose, don't move, I'll take a picture. Why do you want to take a photo? When we first deployed these machines, Mr. Carsix specifically specified that we must use a camera to make a record of everyone that came to get documents stamped. I need to move, can't have this document in the frame. Recently, someone said that there's going to be a new document promulgated here at the Mason Genshin that specifically addresses secrets leaked through cameras. I don't want to be the first one to be made of an example of. Tabor, let's go wait outside. If we're in the photo, maybe we'll get sucked into some kind of baloney involving leaked secrets. Tails carefully takes a picture. Okay, I've taken the photo. Please start up the machine. I turned the key already. Why isn't it responding? That's impossible. I just repaired it. It can't be broken again already. Tails begins to inspect the machine. That's odd. There's nothing wrong with it. Reinsert the key and try again. Okay, here it goes. It takes out the key and puts it back in. The machine still doesn't move. Not working, Thales. Think of something. Maybe you didn't align the document properly? You need to fit the document to the markings. There are hidden trigger mechanisms inside. Does the document have anything to do with the machine not starting? Of course it does. Otherwise, how could the machine know there are documents waiting for it to be stamped? There is an automatic... This is an automatic machine, after all. I'm not operating it manually. Oh, for the love of... Fine. I'll make sure it's properly aligned with all the markings. I takes out the document and places it back. The machine sits there silently. Dude, how long is this fucking side quest? It's no good. It still isn't working. How could this be? Though last time I gave it a little smack and then it started working properly again. And I'll give it a whack. It appears we have no choice but to try it. Are we getting close to the point where we have to resort to prayer to try and fix it? That's true. We can still pray, can't we? Lightly tap the machine. Machine replies to you with complete silence, but a bit more oomph into this tap. Machine seems like it's too lazy to even care about your efforts. Smack it so hard that its later iterations will feel it. Machine breaks its silence and lets out a rusty, annoyed sound, as though a very sleepy person just fell out of bed. Whoa, what's that sound? Don't tell Paimon the machine completely broke down. And then, as if the machine sleepily found its slippers and stumbled to turn on the light, it begins to operate with a whir and a clunk. It's finally working. The auto-stamper is well worn, but it works slowly and methodically. With several people on the brink of despair gazing at it intently, the machine slowly drops the stamp downward, with all the speed of an elderly tent tortoise climbing a cliff. The stamp, having taken its first step onto the paper, seems to stagger around on the document before meandering slowly about, and finally settling down to rest. Finally, the machine shivers and shudders, and begins to slowly retract the stamp. I told you it would work. I truly don't understand just what's so great about this machine. It's called automatic, but it's far slower than just doing it by hand. But it is perfect for maintaining confidentiality and secrecy. Look around. Even if we wanted to, we couldn't take the stamp out and use it for our own private purposes without permission. Don't act so smug. What if the machine completely breaks down and Mr. Carsix isn't here either? What then? Well, it's still okay. I have a backup key. To open up this machine. To open up a box in Mr. Carsix's office. There's a backup stamp in there. Traveler, let's hurry up, and we must bind and staple the document so we can deliver it to Mr. DeFore. I can't wait to be free from this nightmare. Yeah, me too! I just want to finish Navia's freaking quest, bro. Okay, we have all the stamps. The document has been bound and stapled, and all that is left is to give it to Mr. DeFore, and we'll finally be done. Today I'm going to get a good night's sleep and forget about all this. Then I'll take a day off and go find Estelle. Mr. I, do you have a moment? Yes, what is it? No way did the reimbursement get so approved so quickly. That it did not, but Monsieur Nouvillette sent someone to me and had me come ask you. Why are you expensing a single keycap and not an entire typewriter? Because, well, a single keycap fell off, and that's all. Why would I need to expense an entirely new typewriter? You know, that does make sense. Perhaps, but our list of items eligible for reimbursement includes typewriters, not individual keycaps. As such, keycaps are a brand new payment item. Therefore, you must submit a written document to Monsieur Nouvillette and explain in detail why you are expensing that single keycap. Why does it feel like this is some kind of bad joke and not an actual government business? Is that really necessary? So you want me to write a separate report to the Chief Justice explaining how I lost a single keycap? The Mason Cardinalis said that it was a request from Monsieur Nouvillette himself. As if. The Mason Cardinalis says everything is a request from Monsieur Nouvillette himself. But no one dares test the waters and see that's actually the truth. Come now, calm down and listen to me. As a gestionnaire of the Mason Gestion, orders from the Chief Justice are an imperative carrying the full weight of the administration. Simply put, you have no choice but to write it. Not that this is a bad thing, you know. You can use this chance to show off your handwriting to him. Not everyone gets a chance to make a separate report to him. But Uh-oh. Hello, friends. Good news. We just caught someone leaking secrets with our camera red-handed. A sterling example of negative behavior that we shall conclude in this proposal. And as for this criminal who knew the law yet knowingly violated it, is in fact the very person who reminded everyone not to use cameras lest they expose secrets. Mr. Carsix. Him? It's because of him that I was up all night writing the proposal, and now he's been caught breaking the rules first, no less. He used a camera to take multiple photos of his office, and distributed them to reporters. One of the photos included his own minutes from meetings, and the public has now discovered the contents of the minutes are widely different from what he said in his previous speeches. Rumors are swirling like mad, and it appears that Mr. Carsix's office is about to become the biggest joke in Fontaine. Again. Wait a minute, what do the minutes have to do with the speech? Almost all of the contents of the speech were agreed upon in the meetings recorded by those minutes. Of course, they're related. So why are they so different? Oh, that's actually quite normal. The purpose of the meetings in the minutes is to tell us exactly what content cannot appear in the speech. Carsix himself hasn't got the foggiest notion of what he's going to say, and doesn't even have his own ideas. He is completely reliant on being reminded by his subordinates. Wait, so where is Mr. Carsix now? He's awaiting investigation in my office. After all, not only did he leak secret documents, but he also caused quite the storm in the city. I think he may have to stay in there a while. What about my document? I finished writing it. It's all stamped up and ready, and I... Hey, now, it's okay. You wrote it. It'll get sent out eventually. It wasn't a waste. Calm down. Are you there? Mr. Sermaine, you're finally here. Please, help me think of something. Don't talk about that now. Your keycap, have you already expensed it? You think? I even have to write a report to Monsieur Neuvillette himself about it. Ah, drat. Take a look. Is this that keycap? You? Where did you find it? It was under my desk. Just as the cleaning staff was sweeping, they accidentally swept it over. Someone saw it and put it on my desk. I thought it was a keycap for my own typewriter at first, so I put it away, but today I took a look and I realized my typewriter wasn't missing a single keycap, so... This nightmare, when will it end? Tabor, what really is the meaning behind my work? I falls to the ground in a faint. I just rushed to the doctor. My god, man. This is all my fault. If only I had found the keycap earlier, things wouldn't have turned out like this. How was this issue about the keycap? Hello? That's right, everything's a complete mess. I didn't even know what to do. Gatineo and Defour have just vanished. What's going on with these guys anyway? I cares about the meaning of his work. That kid is always thinking about those sorts of things. Point of work. Such a grand topic can't be easily explained in just a few words. You'll only heap more pressure on yourself by constantly worrying about such issues. Well, do you know the answer then? No, I've never even considered it. I just work. As for me, while I do think about it now and then, I have my own way to deal with stress. If you really want to find the answer, perhaps we could find some time to talk more. But right now, I've got to go buy some fruit and see I. Now that's the main matter, and no mistake. I'm also going to help I apply for sick leave. He really needs to rest. Great, we each have our tasks. That's the way to get things done. We'll see you later then, Tabor. Huh? That's weird. Where did I put that sick leave form?
All set? Let's move out then.
Oh, thank God.
I have some old acquaintances in town to make Adele's uniform, so we should be able to pick it up right away.
Jeez Louise. I swear to God, if there's something else. If I get cock blocked by another quest, man, I swear.
Hey there, Ludovine. How's business lately?
The Demoiselle of Spina de Rosula. I must say, your generous patronage is the one thing keeping me from going bankrupt.
Nonsense. We all know what a talented businesswoman you are. No, and don't forget, she's the boss now.
My mistake, my mistake. I just got so used to calling her Demoiselle. Are you here for the uniform?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I forgot to drop by earlier when I was running errands around here.
I didn't expect Demoiselle to come and pick it up in person. It's just a uniform after all. Any of your folks could have come instead.
Navia's always liked to take even small things seriously.
Hey, that's not the only reason I'm here. We mostly just needed a walk to clear our heads. There are few things more
walk from
uplifting
Poisson
than
all the way
taking
here.
first step on a new journey.
Boss has got a point. Going on a trip with friends is always better than staying cooped up at home.
Very well. Please, wait here while I retrieve the uniform for you.
Can someone remind Paimon again why Adele wants to join the Spina?
She hasn't given me any concrete reasons. All she says is that she really looks up to me. After we cleared her father's name, she became a lot more cheerful and outgoing. It's probably because she now knows for sure that her father was never a bad person. She said she used to be terrified of Papa, so as a result, she found all the rest of the Spina super scary as well. But the Spina is very different now. She mustered up the courage to talk to me, and felt like I could really understand her.
If you have contended with similar circumstances.
Yeah, you could say that. By uncovering the truth about the case, I was able to give her closure at the same time. She said that she wanted to become someone like me. Someone who could lend a hand to others, instead of standing still and waiting for others to help her.
From the sound of it, she'll be a wonderful addition to the Spina.
True.
I think so too. But for now,
He's just
let's
sitting there, all
focus on giving
sus.
her a great atmosphere to grow and thrive. She can commit to us once she's older, and can really make that decision for herself.
So I wasn't just hearing things.
Is something up, Traveler?
Someone's tailing us.
Huh? Tailing? Oh, Paimon's coming.
I'll go check it out too. Coulter, please hold on to this for me.
All right.
Paimon saw them too. They headed up.
Stop right there!
Stop right there, criminal scum. You have violated the law.
We knew you were going to be difficult.
Seems like if we want them to talk, we're gonna need to teach them a lesson first.
Brothers, there's no need to skulk in the dark anymore. Let's take them out!
As if. As if.
This one's got your name on it! Umbrella warfare, I guess!
Umbrella warfare.
Proper send-off from the Spina with love. Now, talk. Who are you? And why were you tailing us?
Energy particle moment.
Don't think we'll let you off easy if you keep silent.
Recognize your situation and don't entertain any fantasies of escape.
How did it go, boss? Are any of you hurt?
If you thought they stood any chance against us, you were sorely mistaken. Anyway, stop playing tough and start talking. There won't be any room for negotiation once the Maison Gardiennage gets involved.
We're looking to get vengeance on Spina di Rosula. We were discovered, and can't beat you in a fight. We admit it. We lost.
Get revenge? Wait, you're not
Exactly who
Romaine's
they are.
followers, are you?
That's exactly who they are.
You actually know that name? But if you do, then surely you should understand why we hate you so much.
I would advise you to calm down.
Indeed. You haven't got the faintest hope of winning right now.
We were out drinking when we saw Navia. We got so angry we decided to follow you guys and look for an opportunity to really mess up your day. Too bad you guys messed up ours first.
You're lying.
Huh?
You followed us all the way here.
You're pretty sharp. But so what? We didn't do anything. And now it should be pretty obvious that we can't do anything to you anyway. Seeing you like that just really ticked us off. And we let the drink go to our heads.
Listen, Callus is long dead. No matter what happened in the past, I want to be able to start things anew. I am the current president of Spina di Rosula. If your boss wants to talk with me, I'd be happy to meet with him. I won't press charges for your attack. That should also help demonstrate my sincerity.
I understand. Thank you. I'll let our boss know.
But if you so much as think about pulling something like this again, I won't be so lenient next time.
Yeah, let's go, girl boss.
Understood?
All right. We get it.
Go, Navia.
Come on, let's go.
Are you sure it's okay to just let them go like that, Navia?
I don't want to inherit my father's grudges, too. Moreover, when it comes to the Aquabus, I don't think what my father did was entirely correct either. If the other side is willing to talk, I'm happy to open the door for a reconciliation. Opportunities for new beginnings are all around us.
I support Boss's decision as well. The concept of an eye for an eye is a primitive practice that has no place in today's Spina di Rosula.
Yes. Plus, we already know that they're strapped for cash. If their financial situation is that dire, they don't have what it takes to challenge us. So this may be the best time to talk. I still think we should keep an eye out for Romeo's folks, though. If he decides to ignore the warning I gave his men, then we could still have a fight on our hands.
Yeah, those guys definitely didn't look like big fans of yours.
I'd rather things not go that far, since, though we haven't talked to each other for years, once upon a time we were all a part of the Spina di Rosula family.
Yep, that's how I feel as well. Anyway, now that we've sent them packing, we don't have to worry about those guys anymore. It's getting late already, so why don't we stay the night in the Fleuve Cendre? We can head back to Poisson tomorrow. I'll also ask someone to write Florent a letter and inform him of everything that happened here today, so he can increase security around Poisson and be on guard against any suspicious individuals.
Do we have to stay in the Fleuve Cendre again? Even the pillows there smell like seaweed.
Damn.
Sorry, that's just what happens when you live near water and don't get much sunlight. Poisson's pretty much the same though, so I've long since gotten used to it. We can still go out in the evening for some grilled fish and drinks though. Bet you there'll be people singing sea shanties too. How does that sound?
Huh. That does sound pretty cool. Okay, Paimon's on board now. Let's go. Paimon wants to sing too.
On we go.
Coming back here really does feel like this place is starting to grow on Paimon. If you think about it, it would be kind of weird if the Spina's base at the court was some super luxurious building like the Palais Mermonia.
Totally. Right on the money, Paimon. Although, of course, with the continued growth of the Spina, Papa wanted Poisson to eventually grow into a metropolis, not unlike the court. He was a very ambitious man, who rarely looked behind or beneath him. For better or worse, that always made him stand out from the crowd.
And that's also why people hated him just as much as they loved him.
All right. Why don't you go wait for me at the restaurant? I'll go do some prep and I'll get someone to tidy up your room while I'm at it. You can use the same room as last time. You still remember the room number, yeah?
Yep. Kinda hard to forget when there are only so many rooms here after all.
Oh, did I just hear someone taking a dig at Fleuve Cendre? I'll tell my guys to stuff your pillows full of actual seaweed right now.
Damn.
Sorry! Please have mercy, Navia! If you do that, then Paimon really won't be able to sleep at all!
I was just kidding. Be on your way now.
Lol. I still don't know what was being blocked by that side quest. Where am I supposed to sit? You had a fantastic meal as well as a wonderful performance. As things slowly die down, you return to your room with Paimon, but you hear a knock at the door.
Are you asleep yet?
Navia?
Oh, no, not at all. I just figured that since we don't get to enjoy nights like these very often, we should try to enjoy it to the fullest. Wanna go fishing? I've got some rods and lures ready.
were talking about. Sure, we'll come.
Hopefully I didn't wake you or anything.
You're good.
Don't worry. You don't have to do any actual fishing if you're too tired. Just think of it as keeping me company. How does that sound? Okay, let's go. To the fishing spot.
So they're gonna actually implement fishing into a story? She acts like that's freaking close.
Fishing when you're using a fully automatic rod.
Oh. Just wants to chat.
What's the problem? Lots of people in Poisson use rods like these.
But shouldn't fishing be all about, you know, attentively watching the float and then excitedly reeling in the catch when you finally hook something?
Well, that's one way to enjoy fishing. What do you think, Traveler?
I like Paimon's method. Manual all the way.
Let's try regular rods next time. We can have a real fishing competition.
Honestly, Paimon's mainly shocked at how much energy you still have at this hour. Usually by this time of night, it's a struggle for Paimon to even keep her eyes open.
Huh. It might just be something that runs in my family.
That's a thing?
I'm sure you'd get even sleepier if I delved more deeply into it. Anyway, I was just thinking about how grateful I am to my mother, as well as the rest of the Spina.
Your mother?
My father always had a lot of unrealistic expectations for me. But the more that he tried to get me to become like him, the less I wanted to listen to what he had to say. My mother never had those kinds of expectations, though. I've heard that she had only one wish for me, which was that I would have a happy and secure childhood. All the members of the Spina greatly respected her wish, so no matter what I did as a child, they were happy to humor me. Can you imagine? Whenever my father wanted to scold me for something I'd done, everyone would form up into 2 rows and just stand silently and listen to him rant. Maloose and Silver were always there too.
It's cute.
No matter what Papa yelled, nobody else would say a word. Eventually, Papa must have recognized scolding me over trivial matters was pointless, because he eventually stopped getting on my case so often.
Paimon would have never guessed.
Yeah. Looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was. When I was young, I often thought that I could do whatever I wanted, because there'd always be someone there to clean up after me. But once, I saw Maloose come back wounded. He wouldn't tell me how he'd been injured, but I could tell it had something to do with me. I learned then that there's always a cost to making a mistake. The more you care about those around you, the more you should care about doing the right thing to the best of your abilities. Because if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences.
Sag.
And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes.
Navia.
Sorry. I shouldn't have brought that up. I wasn't planning to talk about sad things tonight. Basically, I was just saying that the nurturing atmosphere of the Spina must have been my mother's legacy, rather than my father's. And if that's the only way that I can continue to feel her love, then I'd like to pass that warmth on.
Is that why you let those guys go today?
Although, maybe there's a part of not wanting to repeat the mistakes of the past. I want to be reasonable, at least. Hey, look! I think you've got something on the line.
But why isn't the rod automatically reeling it in?
Oh, there must be something wrong with how I installed the mechanism. It was my first time putting one of those rods together.
Lol.
We can't let it get away. Come on, you two. Let's catch it.
Time for the manual.
You want Paimon to help too?
After some time, you finally managed to reel the prize catch together. After some time, you finally managed to reel in the prize. Oh, for the rest of the night, your rod continues to rack up catch after catch, while for some reason, Navia can't seem to hook a single fish. I was quite upset about her bad luck, but it's only when you begin to head back that Paimon discovers the real reason to the mystery of why she didn't get her single bite.
You didn't attach a hook to your line?
Lol. Lol. Yeah, you kind of need a hook to catch a fish.
Stop wasting time! The boss ain't gonna wait all day. We'll go ahead with the operation tomorrow. Do with that information as you wish.
What's going on here?
Well, your rod was missing a part too, so I guess that makes it fair.
Well, if we're just talking about the number of missing parts, sure.
Oh, Paimon, you're making me yawn.
Paimon really can't keep her eyes open anymore.
All right, go to bed. I had a great time today.
See you tomorrow, Navia.
See you tomorrow. So how was last night? Did you get a good night's sleep?
Paimon dreamt that she danced with the sea stars, so you could say it was stellar. Get it?
Paimon. And just where did you get that from?
I didn't know you had such a great sense of humor.
See? This guy gets it!
Anyway, let's head out. I'll arrange for a boat to take us back to Poisson. I'm sure Adele will be happy to see you two again.
Paimon hopes she'll really appreciate your gift.
I hope so too.
We're not gonna actually take a boat this time.
Adele, we're back! We brought you a gift from the court too.
Whoa! Thank you so much, boss!
Don't call her boss, okay, Adele? Just Miss Navia would be fine.
Oh, it's all right. I don't mind. Besides the gift, I've also got another surprise. Guess who's here?
It's been a while!
Hello again.
Oh, it's you two. It has been a while indeed. Thank you so much for your help on Jacques' case. I've heard that you also helped save all of Fontaine. You're truly just like the great heroes of legend.
You're really amazing! And if Miss Navia's your friend, then she must be super amazing too!
Simp.
What's in this thing? Can I look?
Of course. Go ahead.
Oh, it's a Spina di Rosula uniform! Is it for me? But isn't it a bit big?
It's like how she knows exactly how big she's gonna be when she's old enough.
Well, it's a gift for future you. When you first told me that you were interested in joining the Spina, I was overjoyed. But it's the Spina's responsibility to protect everyone as well. Being a member means becoming involved in all kinds of dangerous situations. And since you're still young, I don't want your mom to have to worry about your safety. So I turned you down then by telling you that you'll have to wait until you're older. But this uniform is a promise that you can join us once you're old enough to wear it.
Oh, so that's it! Well, thank you so much, Miss Navia. I'll work hard and grow up as fast as I can.
You don't want to go fast.
But you can't really grow up faster by working hard. You've got to be patient.
Yep.
Everyone, I'm really grateful that you remembered my daughter's wish and took it seriously. Thanks to the protection of the Spina, even though her father's no longer with us, we've still felt plenty of warmth and security.
Oh, it's the least we could do. As long as you live in Poisson, even if you're not an official member, you're still part of the family.
Boss!
Uh-oh.
Huh? Is something up, Florent?
I've got something urgent to report. Romeu and his folks have gathered outside Poisson and even shipped in a huge pile of explosives.
Explosives?
Explosives? What do they want?
It seems like they've been planning this for some time. We started investigating as soon as we received your letter yesterday. But Romeu and his folks must have gotten wind as well, because they abandoned their former posts before we could even check on them. We investigated their tracks and found out that they're after Poisson.
They have smartened up since we caught them red-handed at the court?
Seems like they've got no interest in sitting down and talking at all. We should have gone straight to the Maison Gardiennage.
Sorry, I underestimated the situation. Well, too late now, I suppose. Florent, where are they keeping their explosives?
On the hill to the east of Poisson, near the Clementine line.
Wait, could that mean...
They want to blow up the Clementine line?
Certainly sounds like it.
Romeu and his followers hate the Spina and everything to do with Callus. And the Aquabus was the source of their contention. If they manage to blow up the Aquabus line, all that rubble will come crashing down the hill and straight into Poisson.
Are they insane? There's tons of innocent people in Poisson!
We have to stop them.
Yeah. If they've been planning this for ages, they're definitely not going to let this opportunity slip by. We have to issue an evacuation order to the townspeople and get them as far away from the entrance as possible. That should save them from the worst of it.
Let's get everyone onto our ship. That should be the safest place.
My dear partner, can I leave the Clementine line to you? If the explosives do go off, not only would the people of Poisson be in danger, any aquabuses using the line would plummet to the ground. Let's stop their insanity first, then settle the score with them.
Got it.
Leave it to us, Navia. Please stay safe, too.
Time to go save the day yet again. Just another day in
Let's
the
go,
life
you
of the
two.
traveler.
We've got to act fast. Miss Coralie, please take Adele to the ship.
Yeah. He's betraying us.
Watch out, boss! What do you think you're doing, Coulter?
He's trying to
I thought all
assassinate
the
her.
annoying little hindrances had left, but I still couldn't get rid of you.
You mean this was all a trick? So that you'd be left alone with me? Coulter, are you with Romeu too? Oh. I get it now. You knew about their plans all along. You only told us they were doing badly so that we'd drop our guard.
Not quite. Though I share their positions on some issues, I've never cared for his more radical ideas. And that's because, out of the entire Spina di Rosula, I only hate you. Only
Damn.
you, Navia.
You better stick close to me.
Romeu promised me that he would leave Poisson alone if I could just take you out. But it was like you were glued at the hip to that pesky traveler. You never gave me a chance to make my move. Romeu has lost his patience. I didn't have to be here today, you know. But I swore that I'd kill you, even if it meant being buried with you in the rubble.
Why?
Damn.
Only someone as clueless about the past as you would ask such a foolish question. You never saw the heyday
Clementine
of
away.
Spina di Rosula, nor did you ever live through the golden age of Poisson.
Quote unquote.
But I I saw it all with my own eyes, and then I had to watch it all die, little by little. And it was all because of you, Navia. Clementine died because of you.
Yep.
Callus died because of you. Malus and Silver died because of you.
Damn.
So many more
That's
dead.
so
Everyone
fucked
dead.
up.
All because of you.
It's so fucked
the
up
shock
to
and
say.
grief you showed us before, that was in Act 2?
Now you're catching on. I heard Malus was dead the moment I got out. Did you know? Down there in that blasted fortress, I spent a long time thinking about what happened and resolving to apologize to Malus as soon as I got out. Back then, because of that aqua bus, we had a huge fallout. I was convinced that all he cared about was loyalty, and that he had completely lost his capacity for critical thinking. The years passed by in a blur after that. I thought I had finally begun to understand him, and that he could help me relive the good old days again. But then he died, and it was because of you again, Navia. It's always because of you.
Damn,
I once
dude.
loved the Spina and Poisson more than anyone else. But what is left now of either besides death and ruin? You've single-handedly destroyed everything that was beautiful.
Yeah, true.
Everything I've ever loved.
Don't listen to him, boss! He's just spouting nonsense!
Have you ever considered
He's
that
hitting her
maybe
weak
the
points,
people
though.
around you don't actually care about you at all?
Because she blamed herself for Malus and Silver really badly at first.
Have you ever considered that maybe you only get respect because you're Callus and Clementine's child? That you've never done anything worthy? That you're just a big nothing? Have you ever considered
We gotta kill this guy, bro.
Maybe people don't stay in Poisson because of
Or he needs to
you,
go back to
but
the
only because
prison.
they have such beautiful memories of the past before you came.
Because if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when that time comes, those most precious
It's a cool
to you
presentation. I like that.
really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes. Yeah, looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was. But is that really why they support me? Is their kindness real?
Don't let him plant the seeds of doubt.
I, for one, really
Let's
love
go,
Miss
Adele.
Navia, and my mom loves her too. I don't know how to explain it, but I like her, and that's that.
Let's
I'm
go.
sure Mr. Malus would be extremely disappointed in you right now. You've somehow managed to pin the blame for every mistake and tragedy in our history on the boss herself.
Get out of the way, Florent. I don't want to hurt you.
You're gonna have to.
Let's
Boss,
go,
There's
Florent.
no time for this. Stop hesitating and get out of here before you get buried.
Maybe you think you're being the realist by painting the history of the Spina and Poisson like this. But the love that I felt from everyone was just as real. I felt it. They've helped me get to where I am. And even now, I will continue to believe in that love. So let me show you just how much I love the Spina di Rosula.
Let's go, Navia.
Feeling lucky. Attack. Feeling lucky. Nah. Nah. Watch out. Attack.
Sheesh. Oh god.
Attack.
Alter, person living in the past.
Watch out.
Dude, she's fun.
Florent, I'll leave the town to you. Summon the other members and help with the evacuation of the townspeople. If you find
They were all
any of
talking
Coulter's
nobody, bro.
accomplices, subdue them quickly, and don't give them the chance to harm any ordinary civilians. I can't allow my partner to face the danger on the Clementine line alone.
Got it, boss. I'm on it.
go, Floron.
Are you okay, Navia?
I don't know, but I have to go.
Based. A short while earlier, you and Paimon dashed to the entrance of Poisson.
Let's hurry up there. We have to protect the Clementine line.
Like you're gonna do anything,
Waterway,
Paimon.
They must have planted the explosives next to the support pillars.
Time to go defuse the bomb.
Strike a pose!
Into the wind.
Smile.
Oh, there's a timer too. They really are giving us a sense of urgency.
Let the mighty be humble.
We certainly brought a lot of muscle. They're really slowing us down. But if we're meeting resistance, we must be heading in the right direction.
The wind knows it.
These must be the explosives, right? And this is the control mechanism. How can we disable it?
Got Numa and Ausha energy.
Everyone's too scared to touch any of this stuff.
What's this?
Huh? There's a
We need the
strangely
Keyblade.
shaped hole here. What is it for?
Could it be some kind of keyhole?
Oh, that certainly sounds possible. Maybe one of the people we just beat up has the key. Okay, you take this side, Paimon will take the other. Let's see what we can find.
Search the bodies.
Let me turn this guy over. Ugh, he's super heavy. He could probably eat a whole Paimon just for breakfast.
A radish.
Oh, you found it! That's amazing!
Then it blows up and kills us all. Wow, they actually animated that? That's actually kind of crazy.
How'd you do it, right? Navia and Florent should be able to relax now.
We should still check out the perimeter just in case.
Oh, you're right. They could have set explosives elsewhere, too. Let's go.
Oh, snap. Oh, no. They're rolling boulders down the hill? Oh.
They're gonna bury Poisson!
Sheesh, that jump, though. Dude, why can't the Traveler jump like this in gameplay? Oh, yeah, split them rocks. She just used Geo. She Geo Traveler right now? Lol.
Great work, partner. Just leave
Yeah.
the rest to me.
Let's go, Navia. She's gonna shoot all the rocks.
Block. I'm
Block.
doing this the Spina way.
Oh, snap. Bop. Damn, she got a lot of ammo. Sheesh. Let's go, Navia. Oh, that's a big one.
Fire!
Yeah. Megami would be proud of that explosion. You good? Oh, yeah. You're too much of a girl boss, bro. Yeah, let's go. Having been alerted, members of the Mason Gardenage arrive to the scene a short time later.
I heard from Thierry that even they're your enemies now. They were once a part of Spina di Rosula. Do you plan to settle this privately with them?
I have nothing more to say to them.
Based.
Regardless of whether their hatred and anger towards me or the Spina was justified, anyone who's willing to endanger innocent civilians is no longer sane enough to even be worth trying to talk to.
Based.
Please prosecute them in accordance to the law. Spina di Rosula will not raise any objections.
Sounds good. We're very appreciative of your help. Without it, the consequences would have been far worse. All right, This operation is a wrap. Take him away.
We won, Navia! We saved everyone! And you were so cool!
Yes, she was.
Luckily, we were just in time.
You look a little pale, feeling a bit fatigued.
It's probably because I expended too much elemental energy at once. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
But you usually glow up whenever other people compliment you. Why am I
She's dealing with a
not used to
lot
seeing
right
you like
now.
this?
Boss, we managed to catch all the infiltrators in the town. The Maison Gardiennage is taking them away as well. Seems like Romeu really went all in on this mission. If he sent literally everyone he had, though, that also means we've caught them all, too. We won't have to worry
What about him,
them
though?
from now on.
Got it. That's good, at least. Coulter, I can understand how you feel. The things that we lost, they're forever beyond our grasp now. And that makes them appear even more precious. I am not callous, and I will also never become him. The Spina and the Poisson that you loved are both gone. But I will not change how I feel about our future. I still believe that this is a great opportunity to start anew. I will spend more of what the Spina earns on the betterment of Poisson. What's more, I'd also like to propose some changes to the Aquabus routes, so that one day, the people of Poisson will enjoy the boons it brings as well.
I know what you're trying to say. Mr. Callus would never have said anything like that. There are too many things in life that are just beyond our control. In that, we are the same.
Henceforth, you are no longer a member of Spina di Rosula. But once you're discharged from the fortress again, you're welcome to pay another visit.
You would
to
let the
Poisson.
man that tried to murder
you,
you come back to
Navia.
Poisson? You are way too kind-hearted, woman. You should not
As
let
I
that
thought.
man within
Boss really
a
is
mile of
kind
you.
and gentle person.
She is also, I must say, a truly unlucky person. Thank you for protecting the Clementine line. I was actually really scared, you know. I mean, even the Callus line won't be getting rebuilt anytime soon. If I'd lost the Clementine line too, I wouldn't know how to live with myself. A name is a way to etch a memory onto the world. Losing the line that bears her name, that I can see every day, would be like losing my mother all over again. Seeing it still standing there, tall and proud, it makes me really happy.
What happened while we were gone? Honestly, you look more upset than tired or anything.
Indeed.
Just give her some time.
He needs more than a slap. I'll get you back to Poisson.
Thank you so much. Can you give me a hand? I really don't have much strength left.
Is she good?
Traveler, I want to ask you something. And please, tell me the truth. Do you really see me as your partner?
Of course.
Yo, boys!
Good then. Hearing that, it brings me more relief than I can say.
I love it when Traveler actually speaks.
How do you feel, Navia? Any better after taking a break?
I feel quite a bit better. But I should probably still rest for a few more days. Sorry, partner. I said some weird things earlier. Feel free to just ignore me.
A little weird, that's true, but that's because I've never heard you doubt yourself before.
I used to think that I'd never doubt myself. But you could say I've discovered that I'm not as strong as I thought I was. Coulter mentioned my parents, as well as Malus and Silver. It's all thanks to them that I've made it this far in life. Do you think They ever
No.
regretted the choices they made?
Well, maybe some of their choices, but
Has
not
my
not for you.
existence made this world a better place?
Don't think like that, Navia. You've already done more than enough. No
So
matter
true.
what others think, we'll always support you to the end of the world.
Well, since it's ended up like this, I suppose it's time for me to make a confession as well.
Okay.
There's something that I've been keeping from you as well, boss. Please, follow me. Everything is already prepared.
Did they make the statue?
Florent, I hope you can understand that I can't deal with any more shocking revelations right now.
Don't worry, it's good. It's good.
Don't worry. This surprise will be a pleasant one.
Yeah. It's gotta be the statue, yeah? Wait, where the fuck is this? Is this not in? Okay, no, it is in Busan. Just the way the marker looks, it makes it look like it's not.
Follow the wind.
Yeah, I think it's under that tarp. Not tarp, but sail. I don't know what you'd call it.
Time to go.
Oh
Why is
snap.
everyone gathered here? And what's this?
This was supposed to be a gift to you from everyone in the town. We were originally planning to show it to you once it was finished, but special times call for special measures. I've never seen you look so defeated before, so I've decided to show you the designs before the final product was done.
Okay.
Do I really look that bad?
Well, if you're ready, I'll unveil the present.
It's the plans. Yo! Yo! That's awesome. Also, her freaking father looks like a Chad.
This is Papa, Mother, and me.
We designed the look for Miss Clementine based on old camera records, as well as personal recollections from members of the Spina.
Wow. This is the statue you mentioned before?
It's gonna be
It is
fire.
indeed. To be honest, we decided on the design a long time ago, and gave the sculptor permission to begin work.
So it was
We only
all a
asked Boss
farce.
to decide on a design so she wouldn't realize we had already started.
So
How could
good.
we only have statues of Mr. Callis and Mrs. Clementine?
Even though Boss is still young, we've all seen the work she's put in regarding the whole synth business and the rebuilding of Poisson.
We wanted to commemorate her contributions with a statue as well.
I don't know what Spina di Rosula was like in the past, but I know it's a great organization now.
With Navia around, we're not worried about this place's future.
So
We're gathered
wholesome.
here today to tell our boss that we support you and believe in you wholeheartedly. I believe everyone is here for you, not the glory days.
That's what we believe as well.
I will also always believe in the bond between us.
Thank you so much, everyone. Then I'll be brave and just accept everyone's support for what it is. This really is quite the surprise. I never thought that I'd have the chance to stand next to my mother. Not even in my wildest dreams.
Damn, I'm gonna cry, bro. Oh, that's so wholesome. Kadoo.
It seems like I started to question myself a bit too much. I'll pick myself up again. and become a more reliable president for all of you. Looking back on it, I'm honestly embarrassed by how I acted earlier.
About the gift from the townspeople.
I'm sure everyone longs for that one thing in life that seems trivial to others, but they themselves can never obtain. To me, that would be a family portrait. I've always been super jealous of other people's family photos.
No, you got one.
Never thought I'd receive a family portrait of my own. Especially not like this. It seems like I'm not such an unlucky person after all. It seems like I started looking back on it.
About Clementine.
I've thought about it before. Though my mother only wanted me to live a happy life, that's actually a tall order as well. In practice, it's just as hard to achieve my father's expectations for me. Even though my parents had very different personalities, they always had a lot of respect for each other. The Aquabus project was a monumental project that stood to benefit all of Fontaine. It would have been a little close-minded to assess or evaluate it only from the perspective of the clan. I think that's probably why she didn't step in to mediate or oppose the building of the lines.
I still have no idea why I had to do that side quest, by the way.
It
Actually
seems
makes
like
no sense.
Looking back on it, I'm
But asking, do you really see me as your partner?
Whoa. Why'd you have to remind me? Please don't say that again. It's super embarrassing for me. Oh, forget it now. Please forget that I ever said anything. Oh, wait. But it'd also be bad if you were to forget it. Okay, but please keep it a secret between us from now on. Please don't ever mention it again.
Why are you so embarrassed? Why are you so embarrassed, Navia? That's fire, though. Alrighty, guys. Well, I'm probably going to do some off-stream grinding for Navia. I'm also gonna probably get my reaction up for Navia's story cutscene. But yeah, that was pretty good story quest. It was a little slow, a little bit of a slow burn at first, honestly, but I think it culminated into something great in the end. Really pushed Navia's character a little bit further, which is always welcome. And I just love the Fontaine cast. I really hope we get to see a lot more of them. They've all been at least I think they've been very well written. So far, and I really do I've enjoyed all their little stories, even like Fremene's event-tied story, you know? That was pretty good too. But yeah, anyway guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all